This is NDTV and you are watching NDTV Prime.
Hi, and thanks for watching Mojarto On Art. This week, we hear from several patrons about how and why they give back to art. And we hear a dispatch from Davos about how the future of art might involve robots painting your portrait. Plus, we share some upcoming events happening in the art world with you, and we hear a word from the World of Mojarto. This is Mojarto On Art. Investing in art is a tricky thing. Focus on making your money back, and you and your artists might just play it safe and make boring work. On the other hand, the investors who give to the most conceptual, innovative work might never see a payback day. So today on Mojarto On Art, we ask, who are the patrons investing in Indian art, and why do they do what they do?
Art patronage is about as old as art itself. Men and women have supported the arts, whether it was monarchs commissioning artists to create works that represent a region, or religious institutions bringing artists on board to create timeless works, like Michelangelo's painting at the Sistine Chapel. But art today is taking on a new form, and it's one that is often less physical. These artistic endeavors might not be profitable, but they are essential, and so art patrons become that much more vital. We spoke with Indian art experts, collectors, and patrons about supporting the arts today and the many forms it can take.
There are several kinds of collectors. There are collectors who collect for the love of collecting, who don't care if the art actually goes up in value or not, because for them art is not a commodity. The second rung and the most popular kind of collectors today are investor collectors who buy scientifically based on advice and so on. And then there are the young collectors who have budgets but they're just entering the field. Now all these three are very important and very relevant for an art fair and for the art world.
Is a private investor or a private institution, are they throwing money at this without expecting a payoff, or are they sort of like hedge fund investors who are looking for a payout day eventually? You know, what is their motive and how long can that sustain itself?
Yeah, I think there is a change now from that sort of short term, making money out of something to actually realizing that taking much more of a philanthropic approach. I think this is about long term, and I think particularly when it comes to contemporary art, if you have a horizon of 2 or 3 years, I think you will almost by definition be disappointed. So I think people are more and more looking at actually it's not so much about investing and then getting something back. It's about investing into the, I would say again, the setting, the cultural infrastructure, the ecosystem, in order to make a return that maybe will take place 10, 15 years from now.
Kiran Nathar, founder of Kiran Nathar Museum of Art, is one of the most eminent contemporary art patrons in India today. Her support of modern and contemporary artists has led to global recognition of modern masters such as Bhupen Kakkar and Nasreen Mohammadi.
Well, it's a journey that started, I think, accidentally. I was collecting, I was really not collecting, I was buying for my house that we were building, and I had really very little art background, but I started really enjoying looking at art, and I enjoyed the process of building art collection for the house and showcasing Indian art. And soon I had no wall space, so I was putting it into storage, and somewhere down the line I felt that India needed to build spaces. There was a lack of museum culture and museum spaces. And I thought if I could showcase my collection in a space and involve the public to see it, it would be something that would be worthwhile.
My advice to young collectors would be to focus on artists of their age, of their generation, to grow with those artists. When I look back at my history in collecting, I actually probably got it wrong, because I started collecting senior artists, and then somewhere along the line I couldn't really equate with those artists, and I sort of started moving towards younger artists and artists of my age, my generation, and I felt that I could equate much more with them. I could understand where they were coming from, and that's really what I would sort of recommend to young collectors today.
My advice to any collector is that you have to love what you buy, and more importantly, you have to live with it on your walls on a daily basis. For me personally, I think art makes a huge impact on my personal space, and I have to resonate with it. It's a learning, but you have to love what you buy.
I don't know what advice really it is. You have to really look at art and train your eye to be able to decide what you like really, because it's very personal. And yes, I mean, I don't think young people have to sort of, everybody gets a little intimidated, because certainly art prices, contemporary art prices are not totally affordable. So you don't have to go with the big names, and there are some very nice young artists around and affordable. Seek them out, look around for them, and train your own self,
I think that in India, patronage is, or anywhere, is equated with money. But patronage is also just time. Patronage is also interest. And the fact that anyone who goes to a museum or to an art gallery, to my mind, is a patron in some senses. And I hope that can actually be, in some senses, consolidated, encouraged by people in India who have the wealth, who have the resources to create those spaces and to bring those kinds of audiences to life.
It's India Art Fair weekend, and there are several exciting events, exhibitions, and openings happening across New Delhi. But there are also several exciting art events happening across the country. Let's check them out.
Delhi, do not miss Atul Dodia's new show, Girlfriends, French, German, Italian, Egyptian, Shantiniketan, and Ghatkopar at Vadera Contemporary Gallery. It's an exhibition of works all made in 2016 by the legendary contemporary artist. Assam, head to Rongali 2017. The festival will put on a colorful display of the tribes of Assam, celebrating Northeast food and culture. Delhi, the 15th Ishara International Puppet Festival is on at India Habitat Center from February 3rd to the 10th. Here, you can see a dazzling lineup of pioneering puppetry entertainment and storytelling for all ages. Mumbai, head to the Mumbai Art Room, Walid Sadek, Thoughts on Speaking Dead. What continuance is opened by the apparent conclusion of speaking dead languages? Walid Sadek explores this through his art and lectures at the Mumbai Art Room from January 16th to March 1st.
Hopefully you can make it to one of these upcoming events. Mojarto On Art will be right back with a story that you don't want to miss: how robots are changing our relationship with art. Don't go anywhere. Mojarto On Art will be right back.